The Big Bang Theory, entertaining but far from scientific reality. The Big Bang Theory has long stood as one of television's most popular sitcoms, known for its humor, quirky characters, and the undeniable chemistry among its ensemble cast. For over a decade, the series entertained millions of viewers worldwide, blending comedy with a touch of scientific jargon to create something that felt fresh and different from other sitcoms on the air. However, despite its name and scientific themes, the show has often been criticized for presenting a distorted or overly simplified version of science and scientists. While it managed to make geek culture mainstream, it also painted a picture of scientific life that was often far removed from reality. The show's biggest success lies in its ability to humanize intellectual characters who are socially awkward yet endearing. Sheldon Cooper, played brilliantly by Jim Parsons, is perhaps the most iconic example. His obsessive need for routine, his intellectual superiority, and his inability to understand social norms made him a comedic powerhouse. Leonard Hofstadter, Raj Kothrapalli, and Howard Wolowitz, alongside Penny in later editions like Amy Farrah Fowler and Bernadette Rostenkowski, rounded out a group that perfectly captured the tension between brilliance and everyday life. The Big Bang Theory made science and nerd culture seem approachable, turning what used to be niche into mainstream entertainment. Comic books, video games, and Star Wars references became household humor, and for that, the show deserves credit. It normalized intelligence and awkwardness in ways few sitcoms had before. Yet beneath its entertainment value, The Big Bang Theory struggled with authenticity. While the writers hired science consultants to ensure accuracy in equations written on whiteboards or dialogue about string theory and quantum mechanics, the actual portrayal of how science works was largely fictionalized for comedic effect. Real scientists rarely spend their days arguing over comic books or obsessing about Star Trek. Instead, their work is driven by experiments, collaboration, and a lot of mundane data analysis. The show used the image of scientists as eccentric geniuses detached from the real world, a stereotype that has persisted for decades in popular culture. Sheldon, for instance, embodies the archetype of the socially inept genius, but few actual scientists fit this mold. Many physicists and researchers have commented that while the show's characters were funny, they exaggerated the quirks of intellectuals to an unrealistic degree. Sheldon's behavior, in particular, while entertaining, borders on parody rather than representation.